many Africans in the diaspora have great ideas about businesses they want to create back on the continent. But finding enough financial support is always a problem. Now, to help remedy this situation, the Western Union Company and the United States Agency for International Development created the Africa Diaspora Market. The new initiative helps U.S.-based Africans turn innovative, high-impact ideas into a tangible business in a sub-Saharan African country. This year, the second ADM, 18 finalists will be selected out of nearly 500 applicants, and they will receive $50,000 each to start a company. Now, joining us to discuss the Africa Diaspora Market is Aida Diarra, the Western Union Regional Vice President for North, Central and West Africa. Ms. Diarra, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And you are here specifically for this event from Casablanca, where you live.
That is correct.
How are you surprised by, I guess, what seems to be a void that a lot of US-based African businesses had in terms of that option to open something on the continent?
You know, I'll start by saying that every day at Western Union we witness the support that the diaspora provides to the continent by helping their families and friends back home, right? The difference in the program that we are implementing with ADM is that we are combining the entrepreneurial dynamics that is happening in the continent with the potential of the African diaspora, right? It's really bringing the two together to put together projects that will foster employment and subsequently economic development.
Now, was there a vehicle that was needed, something like this, to help now stimulate that kind of initiative?
Absolutely. It's really the combination of the skill sets, you know, the resources from the African diaspora put together with, you know, the energy and the needs that are happening on the continent to really foster those amazing projects I've seen this morning.
And it's an amazing, amazing initiative. You have 500 business ventures being proposed, and out of those you narrow it down to, as in tomorrow's case, 18. But it's a very rigorous process. They have to submit a full business plan. They have to be evaluated by an expert panel of judges. So it's serious business.
No, absolutely. They went already through several screenings. There's the last one happening today where they're really defending their dreams and their projects in order to showcase how viable it's going to be and make the difference in their local communities back home. So it's an exciting project and initiative.
What are the areas of interest that you're seeing in these proposals?
You know what? I have to be to say I'm amazed with the quality of the project that have been submitted. And this time we've narrowed down the focus around 3 areas. The first one is the agribusiness. The second is ICT, and then the third one is about energy. Right? Okay. And all the projects fit within those 3 buckets. And I have to say once again that we have very, very quality projects.
Now, this is the second ADM, as we mentioned earlier. The first bunch of finalists and recipients of this $50,000 grant, how have they done? How do you evaluate and continue to make those improvements?
You know what? The winners of last ADM had a fantastic impact, social impact in their local communities. And if you allow me, I'll just take 2 quick examples briefly. You know, there is one SME, for example, who allows transportation across Lake Victoria, using speed ferries with biofuel produced by local farmers. And it's ongoing and it's vibrant as a project. Another one, for example, in Uganda is producing and selling solar ovens for Ugandans who do not have access to electricity. So that's very tangible. It has a local impact in the communities, and you know they make money in addition to that. Yeah.
And you're really filling in a void.
No, absolutely.
I want to squeeze in a quick question before you go about Western Union itself.
Please.
How are you staying viable in the face of such competition, and also, to quote you, the sophistication and the demand of the African population?
Right. You know what? It's about, number one, making sure that you answer and you're anticipating the needs of your customer, and there are basic factors that are critical to them. It's about the convenience, it's about the security, and it's about making sure that we're providing them with alternatives on ways to send money back home. And really, we are out there with a strong brand, with different channels. Now you can send money and receive it on an account in Africa. That's only one example, and I think we're the best positioned to service their needs.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us about the ADM.
It's my
really
pleasure.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's our pleasure. And of course, that's Ms. Aida Diarra, Western Union's Regional Vice President for North, Central and West Africa, joining us today on In Focus.